I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this whole DEI thing. It is just disgusting to me as a Black woman. I just heard that, no surprise, Zuckerberg is getting rid of their DEI program.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I don't know how much more I can say.
Yeah.
I have been in the corporate world for about 25 years or more.
And Kathy, if you don't mind me asking, what is your race, if you don't mind me asking here, since we're talking?
Black. I'm a Black woman.
Good. Then I want to hear. Then I want to hear from you on this. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
That's okay. 92%er. I voted for Kamala, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I've worked in the corporate industry for 25 years, and I have had to train people that went on to go to management positions up in the corporate ladder, and I have not been able to be promoted, but that's okay because I take pride in the job that I do.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, but I want to ask you a question. What do you make of the fact that in the hours, not even days, hours after these fires started in California, that middle-aged, crusty white Republicans were blaming it on DEI hires within the fire departments? As a Black woman, what goes through your mind when you hear somebody say that?
This is what goes through my mind. When I hear someone say that, and I think about Black Wall Street, the people on Black Wall Street who own businesses, and they circulated the money through the Black people because a lot of the white stores didn't want to. I'm just trying to give you context here.
Sure, yep.
The white stores didn't want to do business with them. They built wealth within their own community.
Yeah.
And the white vendors got very upset and very angry that they weren't getting the Black dollars.
Right.
So they went in and burned down Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Today, they tell us, and this is the irony of it all, you tell Black and brown people, hey, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You don't need a handout. Pull yourself up. You're supposed to don't play the victim here. Do you know,
right.
And maybe you can get something.
Yeah.
But when we do that, they say that we're DEI hires.
You know who I think the real DEI hires are? Those in Donald Trump's administration that are not qualified at all. They're his friends. They're people that, they kiss the ring. They're his friends, completely unqualified. Of all the people that he could have chosen to be the next attorney general, he chooses Matt Gaetz. He chooses Robert F. Kennedy Jr. with no medical experience at all. I mean, it's a joke, some of the people that he's chosen. No, the real DEI hires are those in Donald Trump's incoming administration.
I think the problem is that Black success equals white fear. And there is a commentator called Roland S. Martin. I don't know if you know
Roland has done my show before. He's a great guy.
Yes, and he's talked about the book, and I've read the book called White Fear.
Yeah.
And in that book, he nails it. He absolutely
But I think it's fair. Tell me if you disagree. He does. But first of all, I say Make America Great Again is a slogan that means Make America White Again. But number two, I would say in general, most of the people that I talk to that voted for Kamala Harris, and most of the people I talk to that are on the left, do not see people like you as a threat. Most of the people that see people like you as a threat are people on the far right, those that are MAGA supporters. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And if you look at it through this context, they're afraid because the old guard is no longer the old guard.
Right.
America is going through the brownie. They cannot stop it. It's going to happen.
All we can do, Kathy, is this. People like you will always have a platform on this show to speak your grievances and speak your mind. I welcome it, and we are going to continue to talk about these issues on this show, whether MAGA racist middle-aged buffoons that happen to be white, the same idiot that wouldn't shake Kamala Harris's hand as she was swearing in his wife. I will continue to call out those bigots on this show. And as Don Lemon said on this show on Monday, that guy is a racist, old, bigoted POS. And by the way, for somebody on social media that just said, they shouldn't have cut the firefighter department, another moron that has no understanding of anything. They cut the fire department by 2%. They had massive budget cuts. They cut the fire department by 2%. 2 points. Number one, if you think these fires were started and these fires were out of control because of 2% budget cuts, then you are an idiot. Also, Look up where the pressure was given by the LA mayor. Now, listen, I'm not here to defend the mayor. A lot of mistakes were made. But she had a ton of pressure from elected Republicans to cut the budget. And she only cut the budget when it came to firefighters by 2%. So to even insinuate that that's why this took place makes you an imbecile.